Welcome to 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. He has gray hair, and he has a gray beard, and he also wears glasses, like the guy in the artwork. Oh, and the guy in the artwork is better looking. Now, tariff-free, here is Gray Hair Dave.
Yes, indeed, yes, indeed, yes, indeed. That was 11labs.io. They're the ones who do my intro all the time. Now, I've used that one for about a month or so, and I like it. I'll probably change it up for next week. But anyways, again, 11labs.io. If you click on the link in the show notes, it'll take you right there. And if you click on that link and you do sign up for 11 Labs, I will get an affiliate payout. So just wanted you to know. AI is involved in the intro only. Now, AI does help with some of the show notes. Not all of them, but some. I depend on Captivate.fm for a lot of the things that I do here on this podcast. Just as I would hope that you would too if you were podcasting yourself. If you're podcasting yourself and you're not using Captivate.fm, look at them, see what you think. As of today, I am not an affiliate of Captivate.fm, but as of tomorrow, I might just be, so you never know. Dave's going to start playing the affiliate game here soon, and I'm going to not inundate you with them, but I'm going to let you know that they are available. So I hope you're doing well. I am. I'm doing very good, actually. The weather here in Central Florida has turned nice. Right now, as I look at my handy-dandy watch, which tells me the temperature, it's 89 degrees. Here in Florida lately, I'll bet 10 years, we have completely skipped spring. We went right from winter right into spring, and I miss spring. We had about a week where it was spring-ish, but it was never really spring. So, what are you going to do? You live in Central Florida, you get what you get, which is warm weather. You get rain, but not today. And you have the rainy season, and then you have summer all year long. One of the reasons I moved here to Florida was for the weather. So there's that. Now I wanted to talk today a little bit more about what's going on in my world. I have been working on Gray Hair Dave project, which I've told you very, very little about, except that I'm working on it. I can tell you a couple of things, but I need you to keep it a secret. No, I'm just kidding. It has to do with podcasting. It has to do with helping others with podcasting. And one of the things that I've done, and I think I've mentioned this in working on this Gray Hair Dave project, is that I have written a book. Now, this book is called, just so you know, this book is called Your Podcast Journey, a step-by-step workbook. It's basically a how to start a podcast. Now, you, as one of my loyal listeners, if you are interested in getting this book, I will send you a free copy of the PDF. All you need to do is go to 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. That's the number 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. Send me a note in the contact me page or leave me a voicemail, and I will send you a PDF version of this for free. Now, it's 21 pages long, and it's a little in-depth, but I'm pretty proud of this. I worked on it. I came up with the premise and everything else and how I wanted it to look. I typed some things up, run it through AI, ask its opinion. And of course, my pal Perplexity came back with suggestions, some of which I used, some of which I did not. So AI did not write this. Dave wrote this. All I used Perplexity for was to check it. Now, they did check it for spelling, which I think is a help. But I'm proud of it, folks. I'm very, very proud of it. I don't know where I'm going to publish it to yet. I just got the second revision back because when I did it, I was typing along, and then I really wasn't paying attention to page breaks. But I went ahead and I had it printed. I went to Staples here in town and I had it printed, and it turned out nice. And I'm reading it and I'm going, wow, well, you didn't pay any attention to page breaks. This is where my brother would have said to me, well, if you had an editor, they would have caught that before you printed the first one. And they probably would have. But this is a journey I'm taking, not my editor. And I don't have an editor. It's a journey I'm taking, and I loved it. So anyways, I went back and I spent a day. It really wasn't a day. It was about an hour and a half. And I, moved everything around. So every subject has its own page, and middle of the subject wasn't going into a second page except for once where I didn't have a choice. It was a 2-page part of it. And things like that. And I had it printed. I sent it over Sunday. I picked it up again today. And I looked at it and I go, okay, this looks good now. I'm right where I want to be. That took me to where I wanted to be with it and where I am in this project. So I do want you to know that I'm moving right along. And I've told you that I have used Perplexity to do a lot of the heavier lifting and assisting me in this project. And the reason I did that is twofold. One, I didn't want to bring anybody else in to help. Not yet. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for somebody to come in and say, well, Dave, if you did it this way or you did it that way, well, that would be their project then, wouldn't it? It wanted it to be all mine and all of my doing. Have you ever been or in a project where you're starting it and you tell a couple of people, hey, I'm doing this now. And they've got to give your opinion, give you their opinion. And instead of saying, hey, that's great. If you need anything, let me know. I'd be happy to assist. But they don't do that. They just jump right in. Well, if you did it this way, or if you did it that way, or if you went over here and did that, that would be great. I told a few people about this project very close to me, my best friend. And I also talked to one of my roommates about it. And one of the great things was they didn't give me ideas. They gave me support, which is what you want somebody to do, especially in the beginning. Now, if I run something by them and they give me suggestions, then that's me saying, hey, what do you think of this? And they go, well, I like this. So I would change this, or I would look at how you did that, or that's fine. That's constructive criticism, which is at that point what you're looking for in the process, not in the beginning somebody going, well, I think that's a bad idea. It'll never work. I wouldn't waste my time. Naysayers like that are why a lot of people who are entrepreneurs or who want to be entrepreneurs do not end up being entrepreneurs. They listen to other people say no, no, no. And a lot of times the reason other people say no, no, no is because they're afraid to do something themselves where they might fail. And they think they're helping you by telling you you will fail. I'm here to tell you, folks, if you're wanting to start something up, you want to run it by me, I'm here to support you and not be negative for you. I'm that kind of a guy for you. So I'm just saying, I don't know why people are that way, but they are. And, excuse me again, I'm so sorry. The pollen count here in Central Florida is just off the charts lately. Runny noses, hurting eyes, all that kind of fun crap. But anyways, that's what I was wanting to talk to you about today, was the project, how it's going. Now, I'm pretty close to launching. I was going to launch March 1st, and then I realized that I really wasn't close to being ready. Thought I was. I was close, I thought. But I reread a bunch of things, and I'm, oh, geez, no, it's just like the book. I needed to make it look better. I'm not going to go hand this book to somebody and say, because that's part of what I'm doing, is I'm going to help people podcast. And I want them to learn how to podcast. And I want them to learn by using this book. And then I want to go back and help them record, which is what I want to do. So I don't want to give them something that is half done. There's another phrase I was going to say, but it was, I'll just say it, I didn't want them to see something half-assed. Wanted it to be something I'm proud of, and I'm proud of this book. So again, if it's something you want, go to 5minutesofgrayhairdave.com. Leave me an email through the contact me page, and I will send you a free PDF. Now, if you know somebody who wants to start a podcast, or if you want to start a podcast, I want you to go to grayhairproductions.com. That's Grey hairproductions.com. Leave me a message. I will be glad to give you all the help I can give you until we get to the point where I got to charge you a fee. But we'll talk about that up front. I want you to understand. And because you're interested and you heard it here on 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave, of course I'm going to send you the PDF on how to start a podcast. But if that's something you're interested in doing, go to grayhairproductions.com. Let me know. Also, folks, if you know someone who doesn't know what a podcast is, do me a favor. Take them by the hand, grab their phone and say, here's where they are. Use 5 minutes with Gray Hair Dave as the example. Show them how to open it up, how to click play, how to follow, how to subscribe to 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. They're going to thank you. And I'm going to thank you. Also, folks, when you're out and about today or this week and you see somebody you don't know, they may look a little down or may just like they're not having the greatest day, smile and wave, maybe even say hi. How are you? You'll make their day, which will in turn make yours. So on behalf of Gray Hair Dave here over in Gray Hair Productions, I want to say I hope you have a great day. If you are in the part of the world which is near any of the insane madness going on, please, please, please try and stay as safe as you can be. I'm concerned, and I pray for you all daily. I do. I'm not getting political. I'm just telling you, please, please, please stay safe. So, Gray Hair Dave saying, have a great week and a great weekend. I'll talk to you next week. Bye. Hey, folks, it's Gray Hair Dave just popping in to say, hey, I have a new merchandise shop. That's right. If you go to my website, 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com, and you click on the merchandise tab, it'll take you to a page that says, click here for merchandise. And then it's got a little photo of some of the items that I do have in the shop. I hope that you do go there. I hope you do look at it. And if you are so inclined, I hope you do buy something. If you do, I will make some money on this because this is something that I am adding to all of my websites so that I can make a little extra money and help out with the costs of this program and all my programs that I do. But anyways, thanks for listening, and I will talk to you again soon. Don't forget, 5minutesofgrayhairdave.com. Go to the merchandise page. Thanks. Bye.